fell on my ass right there. Today's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna show you how to change oil on a John Deere. It's a X724 lawnmower. This is something I'm doing today, so I thought I'd make a video of it. Be right back. So there it sits. That's my John Deere. It's a X724 Ultimate, whatever the Ultimate stands for. Four-wheel steer. Had this mower, gosh, several years. It's got under 500 hours on it, 480 something, I believe. But anyway, every spring got to do an oil change and lube it up and everything, and that is what I'm going to show you how to do today. So first thing you want to do, probably give it a bath. It needs washed. But anyhow, pop the hood open, just lifts right up. I'm going to get me a little flashlight so I can show you what I'm going to be talking about here. I guess that one will work. Now change oil on these. At least on this one, there's not a typical drain plug per se. But right, you see that little nib sticking out right there? That's where the oil comes out of. And on the end of that, if I can remember, I think there's just a hex head. And all you do is you loosen it and then oil starts coming out of there. Now these are supposed to come, and if it's in here somewhere, I don't know where it is, with a tube that mounts up somewhere inside there. I just don't remember, and the manual's been misplaced. But so I cut a piece of, I think this is just heater hose, and this will just fit down into an ice cream bucket, and it'll fit over the end of that, but you kind of have to hold it on. I suppose you could clamp it on, but I'm just going to hold it on. These only hold about 2 quarts. Engine size is comes out, it's close to 800 cc, 780 something or something like that. It's a twin cylinder, liquid cooled. I don't even remember how much horsepower it's got. 30 horsepower or something like that. Thought it said on it. I don't know, I don't remember, something like that. Pretty good mower. 62-inch deck, and you can mow just about as fast as it'll run. But anyway, I don't remember what size hex that is, so I'll be right back and show you how to do that. Alright, trying to get in here as best as I can. I got my wrench on there. It's a 10mm wrench, and if you can see right down in through there, I hope. I got the box end of it on, which probably isn't going to work, but box end of it on the end of that, the end of this piece that sticks out through there, down there. So all you do is you just loosen that like so. I'll probably have to use the other end. Okay, I got it cracked loose. I'm going to stick you up here on the tripod real quick, I think. Why is it when you go to make a video, nothing wants to work right? Okay. So I've got that loosened. When oil starts coming out of there, I'm going to want to stick this hose up on that where the oil's coming out, like I showed you a minute ago. I'm probably right in the way. Let me go over here a little bit. How much you can see there. I may even be able to turn that in my hand. Yeah, I can. I'm going to go ahead and stick this hose up there. You see that at all? Not really. I just got it in an ice cream bucket. I don't know. Probably use about anything. So then you just loosen that until the oil starts coming out. You have to unscrew it a ways. And there it comes. As you can see right there. Doesn't come out extremely fast, but so I guess I'll sit here and hold that until it gets done, and then I'll bring you back in. Well, I got the other side rigged up so it can drain out by itself. Next thing you want to do is take this filler off right here, and you should be able to turn that by hand. I already loosened this one by hand, you know. and a little bit, and yet another ice cream bucket. I'm not sure where this oil is going to go. It may just go all over everywhere. It's not a very good setup they have here, but can't be too much oil in there, I wouldn't think. Oh, it actually has a hole that it drains down through. Yeah, not too much. What kind of filter I got on here? John Deere filter. It's a John Deere, and it's leaking oil, but it's an AM107423. AM107423. The filter that I'm putting on it, let's see if that'll. The filter that I'm going to use to replace it, which I've used before, I think I used that John Deere one just because I had it last year, is a Wix 51394. At least I'm pretty darn sure that's the right filter for that. I've used those before. So I'm gonna let everything finish draining, and we'll get back to finishing this up. Alright, so then the next thing you're going to want to do is get your filter out. Again, this is a Wix 51934, and it takes 2 quarts of oil. I had a 5-quart jug, and I had a couple empty quart bottles, so I just filled them with oil. Being that this filter goes on horizontally, you can't really fill it full, but put a little bit in it. Run a little around the top, and then make sure you get that gasket, that rubber gasket around the top, lube it up real good. Also, when you take the old filter off, make sure that gasket came off with the filter and isn't stuck on the engine, or when you put this one on, refill it with oil, fire it up, you're going to have a mess, just like when you change your car. Car, truck, or anything else for that matter. Alright, so you got your filter. Bring it back over here. And for some reason I lost my light. But you can probably see what I'm doing. Let me go see if it got unplugged real quick. Why, yes it did. Okay, so you can see down here, barely. Okay, let me tip you down a little bit. So you just take your filter and you screw it right back on where it came off of. And I didn't check, yep, there's no gasket on there, so screw it right back on there. Wait a second. Don't know what that was. And just hand tighten this on. You don't have to really crank it on, just get it good and snug. Like that. Then you come back over to the other side. Tighten that 10 millimeter, I don't know if you can see. Probably can't see in there, but at the end of that 10 millimeter, whatever you want to call it, post or whatever, I had this rigged up with another piece of hose to drain the oil. And just tighten that back up, which is kind of hard to get your hand in there. Shouldn't take too much to snug it up. And that's done. The final step is you come back over to the other side, take off your oil cap, put it somewhere. I always use a funnel. I don't know, probably don't, pretty sure you don't need to on this at all, but I always do. And put your oil in. And your mower will say Ah, that feels good. I think the manual says it takes 1.9 quarts, something like that, but I'm putting 2 quarts in it, or thereabouts. I'm sure this is really exciting, just watching somebody pour oil in their engine here. Just take a second. You don't want to do it too fast either. You can see it down in that funnel that comes up in that little tiny valve cover there, and do it too fast, you'll overflow it. Make a mess. I might have had those a little fuller than a quart, I'm not sure. But anyway, get those out of the way. Take the funnel out. Oil cap back on. Be right back. So then the final thing you're going to want to do is start it up. Get my wrenches and stuff off of here. This thing does need a bath. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Wait for the oil light to go off, hopefully. There we go. I'm going to rev it up just a little. 428.7 hours. So anyway, start it up. And just like your car, just kind of walk around and make sure it's not shooting oil out anywhere. And it all looks good. Anyway, that is how you change the oil on an X724 John Deere. The next thing you might want to do while you're getting ready for spring and everything is go around and grease all the Zerks, the grease Zerks, with your grease gun. Just for an example. I'll point all these out to you here momentarily. There's one right there. Just get your grease gun out and grease them. I give them all about 4 pumps, but you got one on top of each of the blades. There's one there, there's one in the middle, and one on the other side. Up in the front, you've got one right there. If I can remember them all. There's one there. There's one there. Same on the other side, I believe. Yeah. Well, there's one there. You can see it. Let's see, right there. I don't think there's any up underneath of it. I think there's one. Yeah, there's one. If you can see it. Where's my hand? One right up there for the front pivot. And then I think there's 3 or 4 in the back that have to be greased. You probably can't see them. Maybe there's not. Yeah, you just have to look around. I thought there was a couple back there, but maybe there's not. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. Just get everything greased up and ready to go. I usually don't sharpen the blades on the first go around in the spring. I know I sharpened them a couple times, or I sharpened them before the last couple times of mowing last fall. And usually the first time in the spring you end up hitting some twigs and branches and that kind of crap in the yard. So I just leave them like that, and then I sharpen them up after that. Anyway, this is a little different video than you usually find on this channel. And usually it's on that there truck or the flare side. Got some things on the flare side. I did get some parts in today. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but they're down there in that there, if you can see it, in that chair. A couple boxes of stuff. And I'm going to get those out here momentarily and see what I can play with. So anyway, that's how you change the oil on a X724 John Deere lawn tractor. If you like this channel, please subscribe, tell your friends, spread the word. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.